You wake before dawn in a town of mud brick streets, in the shadow of a mountain that men are making. It is the 27th year of King Khufu. You are a laborer of the phyle called the Great, in the gang called Friends of Khufu. For 12 summers your hands have worked on the same stone. By the end of today, the work will have taken another body. It always does. The King's Mountain is almost finished, and almost finished is the most dangerous part. The town sits on the desert edge below the plateau, walled, ordered, fed by the river. Thousands live here, all of them here for the same reason. There is no other reason to be here. The streets are narrow, the walls mud brick. Smoke is already rising. The bakeries have been at work since the middle of the night. Your ration comes first. 10 loaves of bread, a jug of beer thick enough to chew, onions, dried fish, on most days, the meat of a sheep or a goat. You eat better here than your family does at home. You eat among your division, 20 men who pull on the same rope. You know each of their voices in the dark. A scribe waits at the gate with a roll of papyrus. Your name is called. You answer. The mark is made beside it. You are counted, and you may go. The road climbs from the town to the plateau in the cool blue before sunrise. Hundreds of you walk it together, in silence, in order, by phyle. At the top, the mountain appears. It is taller than anything that has ever been built. 4 sides, rising in steps of pale stone, climbing toward a point that is not yet there. They call it Khufu, the horizon of Khufu. 23 years it has been rising. You have spent 12 of them on its slopes. The men who began it are old now, or dead. On the ramps, the gangs are already moving. Sledges, blocks, the slow chant of 200 men pulling against the weight of 1 stone. At the river below, the morning boats are arriving with white limestone from across the water. Word runs through the gang. The Inspector Marer has come in with the dawn fleet. His phyle is unloading on the western quay, white casing stone, the finest the king has ever called for. Your gang is assigned a single block from the new delivery. 200 men, 1 stone. It is taller than the man beside you. A team of boys runs ahead of the sledge with water, slicking the path of polished mud and wet sand. The runners glide more easily on what is almost not earth at all. A foreman walks the rope, checking the splices. He stops at a worn place near the front. The rope is recut. The men wait, drinking, sweating. The sun is climbing. The air over the ramp begins to shake. By noon, the stone will be too hot to set a bare hand against. At the back of the rope, a man is favoring his left side. He took a fall yesterday and did not say. You can see it in the way he plants his foot. The foreman calls. The chant begins. The block begins to move. 200 voices, 1 breath. The rope tightens. The runners hiss on the wet mud. You move up the ramp slowly. The great block sliding behind you. The heat behind that. Every step is a count. Every count is a pull. A quarter of the way up. The stone shifts. Sand under 1 runner. The sledge tips a finger's width to the left. The men on the right side of the rope feel it first. Their pull goes light. The block is leaning away from them. A man with a wooden lever steps up alongside to push it back true. He is from your division. You have shared bread with him for a year. He gets the lever under the corner. He braces. The block shifts the wrong way. It comes back across the runner, hard, faster than a man can step. He goes down beneath the edge of it. The cry from the line is 1 sound, made by every throat at once. The block holds. The rope holds. He is pulled out. His leg below the knee is wrong. The bone is showing through the skin. 2 men of his division carry him down the ramp. They do not speak. The chant does not stop. The block must keep moving. You step into his place at the lever. Your hands are not steady. The foreman calls again. The chant begins again. The block begins to move again. By midday, the stone has reached its course. The masons take it from you. They will set it themselves, with copper saws and dust and water, true to a line a man with a cord has marked across the face of the world. You sit and drink and eat. You do not look at where the lever fell. Down in the town, the doctors are working on his leg. 2 splints of wood, linen bound tight. They have done this many times before. He will live. Most do. The cemetery beyond the wall holds men who were broken and broken again, and lived again until the last time. They lie there now with their splints still on. The sun reaches its highest point above the plateau. Below it the river is a thin, bright line. And then you go back up the ramp, because there is another block coming, and another after that, and the king's horizon does not finish itself. At sunset the chant ends. The gangs come down off the mountain in long, quiet lines. At evening rations, your division is 1 man short on the bench. His name is still on the scribe's roll. Tomorrow another man will pull at his rope. High inside the mountain, in a chamber sealed above the king's burial, a painter from your gang dips a brush in red ochre. He writes the name of the phyle, the great, and the name of the gang, Friends of Khufu. These marks are not for the king. They are not for the gods. They are for no one at all. They are simply the names of the men who were here. This mountain will stand for 4,000 years. It will be the tallest thing in the world for nearly all of them. Of the men who built it, almost none will be remembered, and the few who are will be remembered only because no one was ever meant to read their names.